Morning, everybody. Welcome to Lock Pod. Coming to you live. Well, this is the Midwest.
Whoa.
Start over again, everybody.
Rewind.
This is the Midwest Most Dangerous Podcast, and we're coming to you live from the NECA IBEW Power in Indiana Lake County Studios, live from the Smith-Sursick Law Firm.
Season 13, episode 4.
Sí, muy bien.
All right, here we are.
Let's do the whole episode in Spanish.
Oh, I wish I could do that.
All right, I'm just going to sit here and
Man.
listen. And I'll catch like every 10th word you say.
Hola.
Sí, muy
Buen
bien.
dia.
Ah.
Welcome back, Kevin.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, where were you?
Down to Evansville on a little golf trip. It was fun. It was a quick trip. We got a couple rounds in at a very nice place down there. So
Evansville's a long drive, man.
it is. It's a bit of a trek. So
What,
but the
6-hour drive?
5.5, and it was at Victoria National, which is I never golfed there. It was a very nice course.
It was a big group, right?
Big group.
Yeah.
Yep. Dozen
Interesting.
people. So
you guys
it's
all
good.
drive together?
No,
Or?
did
Cool.
not.
That's a long drive. It would have been a long drive.
Long drive, man.
Mm-hmm. Hey, John. Oh, my God. What is that picture?
What is this? Where did this come from?
Oh, it's a fucking picture of a private jet and a group of golfers.
Yes.
Oh, you just posed
that-
in front of the private
Is that the
jet.
compass? Holy
Wait,
shit.
wait.
That's the compass in front of a private jet?
Wait, is that him? I know it's blurry, but
It's definitely him.
Why do you hate the Earth, Kevin?
Oh!
I'll tell you one thing.
Did you guys drive together, Kevin?
We did.
I so wanted you to lie to me.
I didn't lie.
You
He
said it
did
was a
lie.
he said it was a 5.5-hour drive.
You said, how long is it to drive to Evansville? I said,
Gotcha.
how long did you drive to Evansville?
Fucking Bill Clinton.
We were lucky enough to hop it down on a jet. It took 36 minutes.
Wow.
Fucking pimp.
11 minutes and you're past Lafayette. So it was a nice group.
Wait, how long did it take by jet?
Was that your jet?
36.
Is that the Smith-Sursick jet?
It is not the Smith-Sursick jet. I didn't belong on that jet,
You
but
look
it was
pretty
nice.
comfortable, dude. You're fucking
I had a
pimping.
drink in my hand. Yeah, it was real nice.
This changes things between us.
Fuck
I
yeah,
can't
dude.
talk to you the same way.
The only other time I've
His
been on a
voice has
private.
changed since we started this.
Yeah,
I want
a little
everybody
bit
to
demeaning.
play back this whole thing. We fucked his world up when we brought this picture.
The only
out.
other private jet I've ever been on is with the mayor.
You're a dick.
Gotcha.
So there you go.
Do you have access to a helicopter as well?
I do not. I don't know if the mayor does, but
I mean, we could rent a helicopter
Sure.
in the right circumstance. I did for flood damage. We used a helicopter for that, but it flooded. It was
That
a
makes
fucking
sense.
catastrophe. It was a goddamn golf trip. I mean, shit, you know.
yeah, I was lucky enough to be invited on a fancy golf trip.
I thought that was your plane. It
I wish it was. It says Smith-Sursick.
It says Smith-Sursick on the tail. I mean,
Yeah,
what is that?
Steve was flying.
Here's a little Jeopardy. Holcomb and Kevin have this in common.
What? I didn't know. Wait, what's his name?
Are you building
Rod
a
Radcliffe.
Rod
casino?
Radcliffe did not pay for this jet. John. Okay, just want to make sure that's clear.
I fucking love that part. John and I had that set last night. It's like I
Yeah.
saw this. It was so funny too. I just was like just glancing through shit. I wasn't looking for anything.
Uh-huh.
Matt Maloney posted it. It was like a slideshow.
Oh, that's
And
funny.
I don't even know why I was watching. I was just sitting there, obviously bored. And then like I saw the jet pass by, and then I saw Reed in a picture, and I was like, I know Kevin was with Reed in a picture. So I was like, is Kevin in this fucking picture with the jet? And sure as shit,
Wow.
there's the compass.
There we are.
There's the compass. Were you the compass in the jet?
There were a couple guys that were out helping be the compass on that jet, and several guys that were not the compass on that jet.
Kevin was like, turn left up here.
"Oh no!" I was just like,
Turn left
"Please,
around
please
that."
get me there safely."
Oh, I know you had to be.
I was a little
fucking
nervous.
You had to be nervous.
I was
as shit.
nervous. That's not a good spot for me.
Dude,
to be
those
in.
are the things that rack all the time.
Actually, funny enough, one of the guys on the trip said that he had talked to a guy from the FAA, and they were like, "Yeah, man, like 90% of my work is like private jets
Yeah.
that go down."
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
You
good.
told- before you went up in the plane? you told
while
me
the
that?
flight, during the flight.
Oh, okay.
Because
That's nice.
yeah, wow, that's
So
pretty
how is
sense,
it in
but-
there, Kevin?
Nice.
They got like
It was nice.
flight attendants.
They did,
serving
yep.
you champagne,
Drinks.
and
Yep.
Yeah.
It was
little
nice.
cold
Very
was it
nice.
like a rock star? Like as soon as you guys went in the air, you busted out joints and like.
Yeah.
No, I did
drinking-
not see
drinking
anybody
Jack
smoking.
Daniels and
There was no
shit.
smoking weed on the.
This looks
on
like
the
a
flight.
cocaine group.
Yeah.
Personally.
Oh yeah. It's,
Could be, yeah.
it is, yeah. Heavy. Like the fucking rock stars and them
Totally.
come out as soon as they hit the air.
No, not me. I was just holding on.
Out of the Gary Airport, I see.
Out of Valpo into Gary.
Oh no shit. Okay,
Mhm.
I knew Gary was involved because of one
Yes.
of the gentlemen in the picture.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wow.
You're
Good job,
basically a
Thank you.
Kardashian, Kevin.
dude.
For 48 hours.
Kevin,
Jill.
like this.
Then I came down to earth and got back to work.
Kevin's a private jet guy now.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I wish I
go back.
was.
Fucking Southwest
Yeah.
Piss
damned.
off, Southwest. Kevin
Mhm.
is on private jets from here on. Smith-Sursick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel different about Kevin.
Dude, I don't know.
No, man.
This isn't gonna work.
I couldn't afford that.
I had to keep that
myself.
secret all night. I
You
couldn't
did.
say shit to Kevin because I knew it would be.
I'm just glad I
perfect.
didn't lie.
I know. I was
See,
waiting.
you
for
were
that.
waiting. See, I know.
That was great. You did a little bit though.
Nah, I didn't
little
lie.
Little bit.
I
You're like,
just-
how long of a drive is it? You're like, oh, actually, the right Kevin would have been like, actually, I flew. That's what you're supposed to do. You were like, I said, how long was the drive? And Kevin's like, 5.5 hours.
I gotta say, like, part of me was like, Tom's got
Wow.
something up his sleeve.
Did you?
Yeah,
We
I was
started
like,
probing.
which is because I was like, okay, he's into something. So I'm just gonna answer these questions and see where this goes.
You're a good lawyer, Kevin. You're a
Yes.
good lawyer.
John, did you hear him raise his voice to me because he had to make his own coffee today?
I did.
Oh, dude.
I think that's a plane effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk
Oh,
about
you
that,
know
Joe.
what? Maybe
The
that is
plane
the
effect.
plane effect. I think you're right, Jill. You know, like I was like,
He wasn't making his own fucking coffee on that private jet.
I was like, Jill, do you know I fly privately now,
Dude.
and I didn't get my coffee
Do
this
you
morning.
know who I am?
You know, like if I flew Southwest, you know, you can make my.
I get my own coffee.
Yeah, get my own coffee.
Yeah.
Right.
Not anymore.
Right.
I thought it was weird how he asked if you had a stewardess outfit.
No. Yeah.
That's cool.
Awkward.
Well, we can move on from the Kevin Smith private jet fiasco.
Fiasco.
We didn't even put that in the notes, dude.
I like that.
Yeah,
I
it
like
was
that.
it was an ambush. It was
Very
a good
nice.
old fashioned ambush.
I was all right.
Yeah.
I was ready for it.
All right, so let's
We
talk-
got a lot to talk about
Yeah,
today,
man.
which is
Welcome
going to
back.
be fun.
Welcome back after that little detour.
We're going to do debate. We're going to do Tyreek Hill in the second Tyreek Hill arrest, and
Yeah.
right before the Miami Dolphins game in the second part, and then we are definitely going to do Shannon Sharp's "Oops."
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
And
gonna
if you
look for
haven't
that
heard
clip.
about that, it's going to be
I
fun.
mean, who hasn't accidentally had sex on Instagram Live? It happens every freaking. Wow.
I bet it does happen a lot.
I mean, it's
I'm
dangerous.
looking for the clip.
Oh,
Like
good.
that's why you always make sure your phone's off.
All right, so we're going to get to that.
Right.
There's the teaser.
Right.
I like your T-shirt, so let's
I got
hop
this
right
at-
into it.
I got this at DNC.
Damn.
Yeah, man. It was
Wow.
a cool shirt, green, like, and there wasn't a lot of guy shirts there. It was like geared towards the women Democrats.
I actually have to admit, I picked up the same one when I saw it on you. So
Yeah.
I was like, I just can't wear it the
Did you
same
get-
day.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's the same one.
Yeah, we're gonna end up wearing it the same day one time.
One of these days.
We should just do that for like a close to
Election day. Mhm.
Gotcha. All right.
You should
So
do it the whole season. Just wear the same shirt the whole season.
I have
You
no
should.
problem. I'm
That'd
sort
be
of
great.
gross when allowed.
I didn't
Yeah.
say you couldn't watch
I'm sort of
it.
gross when allowed. If I'm allowed to be gross, I'll be gross. I'll
Like during the
gross you
10 days when Marissa was gone,
out. Oh, dude.
it was like
I barely showered.
I think you said like frozen pizza in the fridge.
Oh yeah, and then
Or cold pizza in the fridge.
Cold pizza, yeah. But I was on a submarine. I don't know if you guys knew that. We were pretty gross on submarines, so like
You don't have much of a choice, right?
that part of me still lives.
You also think like bald people don't need to shower. Remember that?
It's
Yeah.
every time I shave my head,
You're
it's
like,
weeks.
I don't
without
need to
showering. What?
I
Like,
still
why
don't understand.
shower?
I don't
I'm bald.
understand
I don't
that
need to
Did you
logic.
just
shower.
say like shampoo or did you say shower?
Shower. Fuck that.
Whoa.
I'm bald. You
You
don't need
change
to
your
shower.
underwear.
I mean, of course, I'm not
Okay.
disgusting.
I see. You're just it's a little bit above, but not
Yeah, right.
All right. I change my underwear, but I don't shower.
That's
All
true.
right.
I'm gonna shave my head again.
Just
I
so you
am.
can, just so you don't have to shower.
I just like having a shaved head. Hey, the debate. If anybody thinks that Donald Trump won that, they're fucking morons, honestly. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
Damn. Tom.
He got fucking spanked, man.
He did.
He looks like an asshole, and he acts like an asshole. And she schooled him. She did, man. I mean, he's just as bad as he schooled Biden, the mentally, compromised president we have right now. She schooled Trump.
I think
Bad,
you could tell
I
that.
think.
I think you could tell that Trump missed Biden.
Yeah,
You know, he was
it's a lot
like-
easier going.
He
against
brought him
Biden.
up a lot, man. He was like, "Yeah, and Biden, you threw him out like a dog." let me let me let you in on a
cares
little
so much.
secret. He hates you. It's like he was so like missing Biden, man. He was like, "Damn, where's
John,
Biden?"
John, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings.
Yeah, you just called me a moron.
I'm
or
not
a
trying to
retard.
be a
What
dick.
did you say?
I didn't say
Okay.
retard. You
Okay,
can't say
moron.
that.
John
I
did
said
not.
you
moron.
can't
you
say
didn't
that
think
anymore?
he won
No.
the debate. You
John,
didn't think he won the debate.
You don't
it
think he
depends
won
on
the
who you
debate.
asked.
John, you don't think he won the debate.
I
You
think
can't.
it's great I think it fired up his base the way he came
His-
out swinging.
But he didn't win the election 8 years ago because of his base. He won it because he had widespread outpouring support from independents, which is what you need to become the president.
Well-
And he fucking turned him off the other day. He turned him off a lot in the
I don't
last few
know.
weeks. I tell you, when you look at him, like split screen, he doesn't know how to conduct himself in a debate. Like the split screen, he has something I call resting dick face. He just sits there and he looks like an asshole.
That's
He's
his
sitting
look,
there
though.
like,
That's
But
kind of
like-
his pissed off look.
but like, okay, I just don't think. I think that when the camera's on you and you're not talking, you're supposed to look like you're confident and you're happy and laugh a little bit, like, oh my god, I can't believe this person that's talking. He's sitting there scowling, like looking like I'm pissed off. I'm mad.
It kind of reminded me of his booking photo.
Yeah.
You know, he has that, like, that's like his, like, I'm
Right.
pissed off, fuck you look.
Yeah,
you know?
man.
It's
But
the face of the man who's been persecuted by the left
Oh,
for years
fuck,
and years.
man.
By the weaponized
Jesus Christ.
Justice Department, John.
100%.
dude,
100%.
I mean, there's people like that in America. I agree, John. There's people that feel that way. I know you really well. I don't see how anybody votes for this guy. I think it says a lot about people. I hate to say it. I think it says a lot about people. I don't understand how
They're
people
always
vote
going to
for
be.
him.
There are always going to be Republicans that are going to vote Republican. And
Okay.
I can respect.
Then
that.
say
You're
that. Then say that.
Yeah.
I'm a Republican. I vote Republican, but I think he's an asshole. If you said that to me, I respect you a lot more. But if you're like, this guy's the best candidate, she fucking spanked him, dude.
I just wonder. I just
don't
hope it
think it was
matters.
that bad.
I agree with you. I think she really. Well, first of all, she impressed me. She did better than I thought she would do. Like, not that I thought she was going to do bad. I was like, look, she's a prosecutor.
Yes.
She's going to be very comfortable on that stage.
Trial lawyer.
We just got used to watching Biden in June, and it was like, oh my God. So it was, to me as a Democrat, it was very refreshing to see her, number one, prepared. Number two, I thought she went at him like a prosecutor would, got under his skin like you would do to a witness that you want to react on the
that
stand,
he starts talking.
so that he starts saying nonsense, which he did.
Right.
And
She,
all she
like,
had to do was talk
pokes
about
him.
his rallies.
Your crowd size is small. People
Right.
leave because they're bored. He got so
Pissed. Like, world leaders are laughing at you.
Yes.
You're a disgrace.
He's so thin-skinned that he can't handle like a little dig like that. And then he goes off and he's like, "They're eating the dogs in Springfield." That'll go down in history as one of the stupidest statements ever made in a presidential debate. It'll be 100 years from now. People are going to look at that and laugh their ass off at that orange piece of crap.
Stupid
that he is,
because
he's the dumbest son of a bitch I've ever seen run for president. That's why. It's so stupid. It shows you're so fucking gullible that you'll say stupid shit and you're running for president. This isn't freaking county commissioner. It's U.S. president.
Yeah,
it's a goddamn disgrace. It really is. And I feel strongly, obviously.
but it leads to his big thing about immigration.
Well, then stick to that.
They're eating the dogs in Springfield.
I thought, John,
They
like,
are.
for example, John, I thought that his initial take on immigration, like when he was talking about the economy and immigration early, I was like, okay, those are his strong points. If he sticks to those, he'll survive this pretty good. I just thought it went off the rails, and it was so ridiculous when you feed into these like right-wing conspiracy stuff about things like abortion, or you're executing babies after birth. Like, I thought Kamala's abortion comment or her response was
Yes,
awesome.
it was.
It was strong,
They're
and I
bleeding
think
out in the
yeah,
parking lot.
it was
They didn't
really
want
strong,
that.
and she knew her
Yeah,
shit.
he says stuff like, everybody knows it, which
Right.
is so stupid. Like, everybody knows I won the debate. I'm like, I'm one person that thinks you got spanked. So not everybody knows it. So, like, he talks in, like,
Superlatives
Yes.
all the time. Everything's the
everybody
best, the
knows
worst.
it. I'm the best. Everybody knows I had the best. It's like, you're such a freaking tool, man. I don't know, John. I'm sorry if I'm pissing you off. And I respect and love John, just like my family members who are voting for this guy. I'd rather hear I'm a straight ticket voter. I just vote Republican every time. I'd rather hear that from my Trump friends.
You guys know I got some bones to pick with Trump
I know you do.
recently, but this debate I think was a little different. There were some things I liked from Trump in this debate, kind of getting back to his base, and also I think when you talk about this face, Tom, let me pull this
Resting
up
dick
again.
face?
This face. This might be the face of someone who was going against two moderators and Kamala Harris.
You don't trust David Muir?
Fuck David Muir.
Oh, my God.
Piece of
I love
shit.
David Muir.
See,
Fuck him.
this
David
is all
Muir,
the
too.
whiny.
I love
This is
him, too.
John. This is all the whiny bullshit that you hear from the Trump
I
people.
swear, dude.
Like,
I don't think
complaining
David-
about the moderators, complaining about how he's being
guys,
treated
Are
unfairly.
you
She
telling
has-
me it wasn't the moderators weren't biased against Trump? Are you
They
telling me that
fact-checked
right
him.
now?
They fact-checked
They
him.
didn't fact check Kamala
Because they're what was
She's
there
not
to
a fucking,
fact check?
she's not a bold-faced
She lied.
liar.
She lied about the Charlottesville quote. She lied about the bloodbath bullshit. They didn't fact check her on it. We all know that those two things have been debunked. The Democrats keep saying it over and over and over and over.
I just think this is whining and
by the way, they were
complaining.
wrong about their fact checking.
How about this? She's got earrings that
Yeah,
are
there you go.
receivers so that people could talk to her because she can't be that smart, right? She's got to have somebody whispering in her ear because she's a woman. There's no way she could do that to Trump. That is a fucking loser attitude. That's a whiny loser. They know they got their ass kicked when they're saying shit like that, John.
The owner of that company did come out and say they do look awfully similar to ours. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, really?
No, I don't think that happened.
Okay.
I don't think that happened.
Thank you, John.
You would require someone to be in the same building,
talking at the very moment, like say, and she'd be like having to
she's not going to
repeat.
be not like if somebody's in your ear talking. And like you're not used to it, like news reporters are used to it, right? But if you're talking in my ear and I was trying to speak, you know how I am.
I mean,
in
John's
meetings.
talking to me right now, telling me what to say. Right? He's like, I'm just John. Keep going.
Could you imagine if you were speaking at the same time somebody's talking in your ear?
Confusing.
It would be very confusing.
Yeah.
Like, don't say that. Make sure you hit this. Like, come on, man. That's just loser shit.
I just think that some of the things that came out of his mouth are not going to. At the end of the day, right? You're trying to me.
But what things? Let's talk about
okay. I think when
the
he
abortion
said,
thing, I don't think he was even wrong on
Democrats have abortion in the ninth
He
month.
said everybody wanted me to do this.
In other words, we're going to execute the baby.
There's 11 states where there's no gestational limit. Okay?
You cannot kill a baby after birth.
Okay, in Waltz's own state, 8 babies were born from botched abortions.
You know what,
and they
dude?
all died.
But that's just like Fox News speaking right through.
These
your
are
lips.
facts.
But,
Dude,
I'm
I'm not lying.
All right, man.
But do you see how he talks about? He said, "This is what you're going to have in America." So it's like fear mongering. Okay, like they're not going to be like 1 million babies killed after they're born.
I believe in Roe versus Wade.
Exactly, and she said that.
Why can't people just say that? It was the law of the land for 50 years in America. What's your opinion? She wants to kill babies in the ninth month. No, I wanted to go back to Roe versus Wade, which was the law of the land, and it gave you options up through the first 3. You had total options for the first 3
viability.
months. The second 3 months, you had it was up to the point of viability, and after the point of viability, you had no options.
And viability kept going down and down. So I mean, that's. I mean, to me, it's
that
like her response was like, "Let's have an intellectual conversation about this issue, not like throw out this like insanity." About babies being executed after they're born. Like, okay, how about a response from Trump, John, that either says he would veto or not veto the abortion ban? Yeah. He wouldn't answer it.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. By the way, I watched it on C-SPAN, and you don't get all the other, like all the stuff, right?
So I watched C-SPAN.
But the funny thing was about it is that as each of them wouldn't answer the question, they would just put the question up.
Yeah.
To remind you about what the question actually was, which I thought was pretty funny.
It's such bullshit. By the way, and I'm not saying she did perfect either, because the very first question she didn't answer right off the bat.
She was like, "This is what I'm going to say in the beginning, no matter what."
But like, I know, man. But
I agree with you. She didn't answer.
I like the old days when they answered the question.
I agree.
I'm
with you.
They start off talking about immigration, and Trump is talking about stupid shit that has nothing to do with immigration. Yep. I think the question on why did you kill the immigration bill, right?
Yeah,
I think that's where he talked about people.
He went off the
rails.
She got under his skin when she talked about his rallies.
Yeah,
and I thought John and I were talking about.
He's more sensitive about that.
Oh my taking the bait on this stupid shit.
And that goes to lack of preparation.
It shows that he's a simple-minded fucking person, by the way. You can't freaking control yourself in a presidential debate.
He's not perfect.
And I think he wasn't prepared.
He's a simpleton.
I think he thought, like, I can go in here
Jill's
and do whatever.
Real damn quiet. Real damn quiet.
How could she get a word in here?
I agree. Jill.
I would vote for a ham sandwich before Trump.
I agree with you. I think it's this time, John. 2016, I'm going to give it to people. He was the new thing. He was saying things that were different.
Yeah.
Right? Now we know who this guy is.
It's the old, same
He's
old.
a racist. He's a billionaire that doesn't give a shit about, 75% of his base, including you, John. He doesn't give a shit about you.
Of course he doesn't.
Of course. Okay.
Kamala doesn't care about you. These people don't know our names.
I don't know, man.
They don't care.
I grew up in the same circumstances as Kamala. I grew up in the same part of the country as Kamala. Quite frankly, we're the same exact age. I could have crossed paths with Kamala when I was a kid. So, I trust her way more than I trust Donald, who was getting ushered to fucking private school in a goddamn limousine. I trust her a lot more than I trust him. A lot more. She has a lot more in common. I'm a lawyer. She's a lawyer. I'm a public servant. She's a public servant. We grew up in the same part of the country. I don't agree with everything she does, but she represents me 99% more than Donald Trump.
Well, I think they definitely have the shared common experiences, more chance of having the shared common experience with someone like Kamala. Just like with Obama, I always said that. I said, people would say, oh, it's the first black president. I said, yeah, the thing is I definitely have more in common with Barack Obama than I do with Mitt Romney, as far as like how you grew up and what your America looks like growing up, and so I think that's always something to remember, is that who is going to actually have the experience you have. Trump has none of the experiences that I have.
I agree.
Except
You
maybe
both-
flying on a private
yeah,
jet.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Except for the
I knew
private
that
jet.
was coming. But we have a really fun video that somebody put out on X and on Instagram and everything. This is kind of, and we've done so
this
many
is
Simpsons
great.
things in the past. So this is a great.
This
little,
is great.
Little Simpsons thing about the dogs eating the dogs.
We're the sauce on your steak. We're the cheese in your cake. We put the spring in Springfield.
They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the pets in Springfield.
It's good.
It's good.
That's good.
Really good. Yeah.
They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs of
Eating the
Springfield.
pets in Springfield.
That is awesome.
Yes.
I love
Keep your dogs and pets close in Springfield, Ohio.
one of the most important developments that it developed after the debate. It was obvious that the whole reason these two got together was to try to impress one woman, and they did it. Taylor Swift, the queen of pop, comes out right after and endorses Kamala Harris.
Yeah, she was. It was pretty interesting to me. Number one, that she came out when she did, and I thought that it was really
Planned,
a little bit of a dig.
Probably.
And I'm sure, and a little bit of a dig for her to be posing with her cat, and then signing it "Childless Cat Lady," which I thought was.
I love it.
She's going after JD Vance for sure.
Fuck
And,
JD Vance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
it's
tool.
like, Tool. He's an idiot, dude. He's like, there's a lot of childless cat ladies that vote. And quite frankly, there are a lot of independent childless cat ladies, and they aren't voting for JD and Trump. He fucking alienated a lot of people, John. Like, freaking genius, you got number two.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
no-
Vance?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no one likes
Trump,
We know
Trump
John's
messed
not a
up
Vance guy.
so bad. Trump messed up so bad.
Yeah.
That was just cocky Trump being
I
cocky.
I was a fan of the North Dakota governor.
Yeah.
That was who I was gonna say what it should have been his pick.
Childless cat lady.
I read that so far 300,000 people have clicked the link she put in her bio to register to vote.
Wow,
Yeah, so that's
that's effective.
not great for Republicans.
That's not great.
That's interesting.
Scott Baio, Chachi was Chachi was the one that was pushing the earring conspiracy, right?
Yeah.
Scott Baio.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, do you
He's
follow
still
Scott
alive?
Baio?
Chachi.
Chachi, man, from
I
Happy
don't
Days.
follow
Do you follow him?
no.
How did he?
Fuck that guy.
Scott Baio.
I was always a Fonzie guy myself. In
True,
Happy
me
Days.
too.
I mean,
I never- who likes Chachi?
Chachi was cool though. Who was Joni? Joni loves
Chachi.
Joni loves
What was
Chachi.
the other show he was on?
Happy Days.
No. Was he
Joni loves
Charles in
Chachi.
Charge? Was that him?
Oh, you're
shit.
right. Damn, Jill.
Look at you, Jill.
80s
Busting out
TV.
See?
busting out the old knowledge.
Yes.
A
Like,
wealth
these are
of
questions
worthless information.
we should know that. That's
You must
like
be
our
watching
generation.
TV Land or something a lot at home.
Yeah.
I do like the old shows.
Who's talking to her if she really has an earpiece? Scott Baio.
Scott Baio. Look at these-
Do you realize what would be involved in that? The levels of
Oh my
Yes.
God, insanity!
Like you would have to be super close to them, right? Shortwave. They'd have to be in the same. Like ABC would have to be behind it,
Dude,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? Because
If
they would.
the-
that
there would be a
person
major
in-
conspiracy if that turned out to be true.
because they would have had to feed him all the questions.
She would literally lose the election if that became true.
Oh God. Yeah.
She would lose the election because it would be a huge conspiracy.
Luckily, it didn't. So
yeah,
it
like
didn't
the
happen.
game show conspiracy of the 50s.
Yeah,
Remember
right.
when everybody in America found out game show was rigged? It'd be like that.
Mm.
Hey, did you see that Elon Musk? I'm sorry, I'm
God,
jumping
no,
around
go
here.
ahead. That's good. That's
Elon Musk comes out after Taylor Swift comes out and endorses Kamala. Elon Musk comes out. He's a fucking creep too.
good. With a creepy.
He is a
John,
fucking
how
creep.
creepy was this?
Just because he just spreads his seed everywhere. He's got so
Exactly.
many children.
Like
He says-
11 women. I don't even know.
Well, let's read
it.
it. Let's read what he says. He comes out on X, the one I got kicked off
Mm-hmm.
of, and says, "Fine, Taylor, you win. I will give you a child and guard your cats with my life."
Whoa,
It's like,
that is weird.
is this
does
like
that
saying
even
he's going to
mean?
rape her?
I think he's saying he wants to hook up with her.
But she
And
doesn't
I-
want to hook up with him.
No, I like the fact that
guarantee
he
it.
says, "I'll give you a child." Like it's
That
like
sounds like
it's like a
forcible.
gift to her.
I will force it on you.
Yeah.
I will force my seed on you.
Whoa, it was when I saw that. I
He's
was
a
like,
creep,
"This is
dude.
creepy."
Well, then
a weird
Travis
tweet.
Kelce responds because Elon forgets that Travis Kelce plays in the fucking NFL and is going to probably be a Hall of Famer, Kevin.
For sure,
Right?
Without a
He's
doubt.
one of the best tight ends of all time.
Without a doubt.
So I wouldn't fuck with this guy.
Wait, did Kelsey tweet this or did he?
Well, I'm 6'5". This is Kelsey's tweet, allegedly. I'm 6'5" and I actually play football. The fact that I went to college and got a degree and worked hard might be lost on you. He's talking to Elon. Kelsey wrote, I don't play backgammon, but I do play chess. I could also twist you in like a pretzel.
Whoa, who's he talking about there?
He tweeted that to Elon Musk.
Wow.
And then he didn't get blocked. Fucking funny enough. I got blocked for nothing. But anyway, I keep going back to that. I apologize.
We're going to get you back on there.
He like threatens Elon Musk on X.
My goal is to get you back on.
Fucking Elon Musk is a dick.
X
I will
needs
never.
Tom.
Yes, X
Dude,
needs
let's
Tom.
be honest.
John,
X needs Tom.
I was gonna buy a fucking Tesla before this prick asshole blocked
We're
me.
getting
and
you
knocked me
back
out.
on. That's
Fuck
our
them.
goal.
Fuck them.
You
But
got to
anyway,
get on for
didn't-
the election season.
Yes,
Yeah.
Kelsey. The Kelsey tweet got debunked though, right? That it really wasn't him. Yeah,
It did get debunked, but I wish he would have done that.
that would have been
I would
great.
respect him more because I think he looks dumb now with the stupid mustache and he's
I
changing his look.
like him.
Yeah, the mustache is gross.
Not only that, like he was a good-looking dude, and now he's changed and he looks like Anthony Kiedis from the Red Hot
Well,
Chili
his
Peppers
brother's
now.
got that big
Fucking
beard.
weird, man.
Kind of does.
Oh my God! By the way, did you see those two pricks, Kelsey and his brother, sold their fucking podcast for $100 million?
No wonder you don't like
That
his new
podcast
mustache.
is
Fuck
great.
that
Yeah,
mustache!
Tom's like, yeah, and the mustache.
$100 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our goddamn podcast isn't worth $1.
Hey, don't sell yourself short.
All right, we got a couple.
Thank you to
bucks
our
in the bank.
sponsors. Come
Thank
on,
you,
man.
thank you to our sponsors.
Before we go to break, I found this. This is actually pretty funny. Team Trump, in response to Taylor Swift's endorsement, sent this out under their new merch tag.
Oh,
Calling all
really?
Swifties for Trump. Get your Trump
Dude.
era shirt today.
It's got
There
his
he
fellow,
is.
it's
That
got his
feels like a
mugshot.
lawsuit.
Yeah, look at that.
I love
ordered
it.
mine.
I will. I guarantee you, John. Please wear that to the.
John,
fucking-
wear that to the Swift
You'll get
concert.
little-
John, wear
Oh
that,
my
wear that to
God.
Indy. Yes. No, you can't do that.
No,
but
no.
It'd be great though to
I'm
have
not
you, John,
standing
in
by
that.
you if you wear that.
Yeah, John will be
You're
there
gonna get
by
your ass
himself.
beat.
John's got a bunch of like friendship bracelets and that shirt.
So Megyn Kelly, Megyn Kelly comes out after Taylor Swift endorses. Okay, Taylor Swift endorses.
funny,
Megyn
too.
Kelly show. I never watched it. It's on Fox. I know of it, right? And then Megyn Kelly comes out real threatening to Taylor Swift. You could kiss your sales to the Republican audience goodbye, Taylor. Hope you enjoyed them while you had them. This pair, Taylor and her boyfriend, Travis Kelce, are the epitome of elite snobs.
It's like
No one cares.
Yeah, it's like yeah, exactly. Whiny.
Because
Yeah.
she knows that hundreds of thousands of Swiftie are voting against
Well,
the guy.
300,000 click the
That's
voter
right.
registration link.
Megyn Kelly is a little sad. Okay, and then Kevin and I got in an argument yesterday, Joe. Okay, and so we were sitting there. It was the stupidest freaking argument, right? We were sitting there,
Like many
and
of
then
our arguments.
it comes up. We were like, if somehow we get on like Taylor Swift, how much
Well, we
she
were getting
weighs.
ready for the show.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it comes up. I was like, yeah, dude. Because for some reason we got on her weight. And then
Height and weight.
height and weight. And I was like, no, she's not small.
And
You
I was
know?
like, she seems pretty thin to me.
And I'm like, she is
anymore.
not thin. She's a bigger, like she's tall and she's not like petite. She's like a,
Maybe I've
strong
been
looking
watching
woman.
too many of the first album
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah,
So like, I
Kevin.
think Kevin's stuck in the first album.
Yeah.
Because I
Oh,
was like,
I'm
I don't know what
learning-
you're
I'm
talking
learning about the
dude. Like,
eras.
she's not a small woman, but she's not a big woman either. So then we get into the argument and we say, okay, how much does she weigh?
Yeah.
And I said 140.
Oh, always
I-
a good argument
And
for
I
men
said,
to have.
I said,
Whatever,
I
dude.
said
She's a
one.
public
I
figure.
said 120.
No
I
way.
said 140.
She ain't 120.
And then so we
She's
found
like-
out
We
the
looked it
facts.
up. 136.
She's like 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah,
right?
I-
Like,
Yeah,
she's
5'10",
tall.
136.
I thought she was like.
I was-
There you go, Tom.
I was four
Tom was
pounds
right
off.
on it.
Dude,
Tom
I'm
was
a
right on
freaking
it.
Swiftie. I know her weight.
Damn.
There you
Yeah.
go.
She
I-
wears size 9 shoes, by the way.
Oh, look.
And her
Whoa.
cat's name is
Oh, here
Benjamin
we go.
Buttons.
Here we go.
Tom's gonna
now
get
that
her
I
shot.
knew.
Also,
That I knew because
Olivia, she's got 3, right?
Yeah,
Olivia
she does.
Benson.
And Benjamin Buttons.
There you go. I think there's another one though.
How stupid am I? I know her freaking cat.
Jill,
name.
I'm on page 50 of the book already that you got me. Thank you.
Okay,
And I'm
how's that
stuck
going?
in the first album because like I keep replaying the song Tim McGraw and our song. So
Because you're getting your daily updates.
I'm getting my daily updates.
That's
Thank
nice.
you.
That's nice.
I'm gonna, by November, I am going to be.
I just
all
don't
in.
want you sitting there looking like a freaking dad.
I will not
knowing
be.
what's going on.
Right.
Like,
I am in.
you're like Kevin's like checking like
I'm going to be
typing a
singing the
memo out.
songs now.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to be the 22 girl, but I'll be a boy. I will cry like a baby. Anyway, I'm not going to be. the
Let's go do
22.
some ads.
Let's go do some ads.
We're going to come back. We're going to talk about Tyreek Hill's arrest, which is very interesting, and I'm sure it sparked a lot of debate around the, I guess, football and just regular circles. And
then we're going to come back and talk some Shannon Sharp in the third
I
segment.
found the video.
I found it. Apparently, John found
dear.
the video.
Oh, cover
it's a
your
good
ears,
story.
folks.
It's
If
a
you're-
good
if you're-
story.
If you're taking
Stick
your kids
around.
to school,
Yeah, by that time
put the
they should
volume down
definitely
on
be
that.
in school.
Yeah.
yeah, you're right.
All right, so we're gonna come back and talk Tyreek Hill. So hang out and let's get through some ads first. I want to say thanks to our sponsors, particularly Power in Indiana Lake County, our premier and studio sponsor. Power in Indiana Lake County is your source for the region's most trusted electricians. Are you thinking of finishing your basement, installing outdoor security cameras, or does your business have plans to break ground on a new project? Don't leave important projects in the wrong hands. With IBEW Local 697 electricians, you're choosing the highest level of safety and reliability. Visit poweringindiana.org today to ensure your projects in the hands of skilled professionals who deliver on time and on budget. Find your electrical contractor at poweringindiana.org.
Are you sure, Kevin? Because
Kuklakis Law. Are you facing legal challenges and don't know where to turn? Look no further than Kuklakis Law, your trusted source for legal advice in Indiana and Illinois. Do you need help buying or selling real estate? Call Kuklakis Law. Forming a new business? Call Kuklakis Law. Injured in a car crash or at work? Call Kuklakis Law. No matter what your legal issue is, call 219-671-6347 to schedule your free consultation. Who are you going to call? Kuklakis Law, Hablamos Español. And just a little story. During the early part of the season, I actually had a real estate issue in a client called in Illinois.
No way.
Sent him right over to Kuklakis Law.
No
Who
way.
are you going to call?
Kuklakis Law, Illinois Real Estate.
It
Took
pays
care
to
of
be
him.
a sponsor on this show.
Yep.
Yeah.
So thank you, Harris.
hey, when you want the best for your home and family, trust the best in the business, Rogers Roofing. Rogers Roofing has transformed homes in Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland for more than 55 years, providing quality roofing, siding, gutters, and windows, all backed by the best warranties in the industry. To learn more and to schedule your free consultation, visit rogersroofing.com or call 219-933-9145 today. That's rogersroofing.com or 933-9145. And remember, at Rogers Roofing, excellence is expected every time.
MCR Partners is your one-stop destination for top-notch expertise in economic development, finance, and planning. With a dedicated team geared to tackle your projects head-on, they're your go-to comprehensive solution providers. Dive into the world of economic development with MCR Partners and let them guide you through the maze of opportunities. For more information, check out their website at mcrpartnersllc.com. For tailored assistance, don't hesitate to reach out to Matt Reardon at 219-741-9511.
Byway Brewing is a family-friendly microbrewery with a spacious taproom and outdoor patio serving its award-winning craft beer, a chef-driven food menu, and craft cocktails on draft. Their brewing equipment and production facility offer a unique backdrop for events like bridal showers, reunions, or corporate parties. With their new food truck, they can cater to your corporate and private events off-site, just off 8094 at the Kennedy Avenue South exit. Discover more at bywaybrewing.beer.
I know I wasn't here Tuesday, but did you talk about how was the event at Byway Friday night?
Yeah, we talked. Yeah, it was nice.
Did you not listen, Kevin?
I did not.
I know, right? Obviously, the podcast didn't get
I
through
gotta
the
get
jet
caught up.
walls.
It was.
Was there
They
no
didn't have
Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi
There no
on-
Wi-Fi?
There was not.
Oh.
There was not.
Oh,
That's
that's
a
fucking
janky ass jet.
Yeah.
What's good? I want a jet with Wi-Fi, please.
Yeah, do better.
When you're up and down that quick, you don't have time to do text. You know, it's just.
That's what she said.
Hello.
Whoa. Mile High Club.
Oh, is that the last ad?
No, one more. I was just curious. I mean, you already talked about it, though. It was
Yes.
a good event at Byway.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, just curious.
Yeah.
Misprint Printing. Elevate your brand with Misprint. Premier printing and sign solution in Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana with a 30-year legacy of excellence. Boom. Their experienced team, led by Rick Baltonsberger, combines innovation and technology to deliver top-quality signs and printing always on time within budget, conveniently located in Munster and Hammond. Misprint is your partner for creating impactful and visual solutions. Visit them at misprintusa.com to bring your vision to life today. Thanks to our sponsors.
Thanks. Hey, John, I'm sorry if I offended you in the first segment.
You did not offend me.
Good, because I respect you. You know that.
I think you might offend other people,
Good.
but not me.
Good.
I don't think you're
Can
sorry
I?
either.
What's that, Jill?
I don't think you're sorry either.
No, I don't want to offend John. John's my friend, okay? But, like, when I see ignorant Trumpers in public, I'm not holding back anymore. Because I figure that's my role. Because they expect me to be, like, composed. I'm going to be like...
I like you wearing your Harris shirt all over.
Man, honestly, I'm done being fucking nice when it comes to this fucking guy. Because he's an asshole. And I think that he's a threat to our country. And I fought for 6... People respect veterans. I fucking fought for 6 years for our country. I have an opinion. And I think that Donald Trump is a threat. And I think that I'm going to tell people how I feel.
And I think she went on the offensive a bit. Sorry, John. I think she went on the offensive, and that was like a new thing, too. Like, she went after him.
I think we
that
all
was
have
great.
to, Kevin.
I agree with you. It's
like,
enough of sitting back and being nice. Yeah.
Enough being nice.
Yeah.
Let's start telling people how we feel, too. It's like Trumpers want to get in your face and talk about immigration. Dude, Trump had a chance. Excuse me, Trump wasn't in there. But we had a deal to fix immigration, to help fix immigration. And Trump fucking killed it because of the election. And that's a fact, man. That's a fucking fact. And he doesn't give a shit about immigration. He wants a campaign on it.
Bipartisan support of the bill. It
That's
was
right.
going to go through,
That's
and
right.
he called up
He's a
some
freaking-
people and said, "Stop it."
Anyway.
I
John,
by the way,
John, did you want to counter that? I'm sorry.
Sorry, John.
No, I was just going to say, when I think of ignorant Trumpers, I think of those that just follow him blindly on any issue. So, for example, Trump against abortion. Yeah, abortion bad. And then he goes, 6 weeks isn't long enough. And then all of a sudden, those Trumpers are like, he's got a point. Yeah. And then he reverses it because of the backlash, and he goes back to abortion bad. And they're like, yeah, abortion's bad again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but blind following, I think, John, is you're right. That's a bad thing no matter what side you're on.
Too. So anyway, I'm sorry to even open this wound again. We should have just moved on
To
from
Tyreek?
Yes.
So let me say one really funny Taylor Swift comment in the
Okay.
chat. Pete says, I know less about myself than Tom knows about Taylor. I thought that was funny.
Okay. Oh, I got you. Okay. I don't know that much about Taylor, but like, I just memorized a couple
when
things.
you rattled off the cat, the height,
I
the
do
weight,
know
and the shoe size. I
the
think
whole
that was
Reputation era. I'm going to be all over that one, Jill.
Okay.
I'm going to be all over Reputation. I love that one. I love the songs. I listen to them a lot. I like 1989 too, by the way. So I think I'm going to be solid.
There's some bangers on there.
There's going to be some shit I don't know
Whoa.
though, and you'll probably want to like get away from me during those songs because I'm going to be looking like a dad.
Okay.
Like, what the fuck song is this?
Let's continue on with Friday the 13th show.
Friday the 13th. It's bad luck.
Whoa.
13th season, Friday the 13th. Here we are.
Whoa.
Okay, let's. We're gonna go through. First off, this was interesting to me. I have a number of opinions on this. Okay, we're talking about Tyreek Hill, who is a famous wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins. He
Yes.
played for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's
Very
one of the best
famous.
in the NFL,
Without a doubt.
He's fast as hell.
Extremely fast, extremely agile, very famous, very
he was on
wealthy.
Hard Knocks last year, so I got to see a lot more of him on Hard Knocks last year.
Yeah, I think he's a well-liked guy in the NFL. I think he's a superstar. I mean, if you
Yes,
look at the NFL and you said
He's one of their
list,
stars.
list 15 people in the NFL, everyone would list him.
And if you're talking about that position in particular, wide receiver, he's definitely
Without
one of the
a
best. Okay, so, and now we're going to talk about a traffic stop in front of Miami Dolphins Stadium. What is that, Hard Rock?
Within a mile.
Yes, within a mile on game day. So there's game day traffic. There's people walking around getting ready for a Dolphins football game, and they pull over a McLaren, which is what, $250,000 car
Yeah.
Very
for
expensive
speeding.
car.
And the gentleman driving the McLaren in front of Dolphin Stadium on game day in a $250,000 car is very fit looking African American gentleman. Even if you don't know who the fuck he is, right? So first off, you're a freaking idiot, officer, for doing this in the first place. You should realize you're probably dealing with the player. Okay.
Well, they probably run his plate. I mean, most officers, when they pull someone over, they've already run your plate and they get something in their ear
a good point.
about like,
Yeah.
Kevin
That's-
Smith.
He's the starting wide receiver for the Dolphins.
No warrants. They usually say, Nick, no
Right.
warrants, no points.
Right.
Or no warrants,
Right.
18 points or
Right.
something like that. So
Right.
they know.
Or like, hey, this is our starting wide receiver. He's going into the stadium, right? If you're going to give him a ticket, give him a ticket, right?
Well, especially like,
Unless you
how
wanna
many
make national
McLarens
news.
are there going to be driving around near the stadium 2 hours
On
before
game
the,
day.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe one other one.
and it's
belonging
probably
to
another
a player,
right? It's like Tua's or
Don't
somebody's.
you realize that you got a player in that car?
I would think so.
Right? You pulled over a player, and
Where's
it's
the
game
Dolphins
day.
Stadium?
I have a
Where is it?
question.
Miami?
Within
what's the
a
question?
mile.
How fast was he going?
80 and no, 60
and
and
a-
a 40.
Oh, okay.
What the?
And by the
right?
way,
60
I
and
did
a 40.
I did it on the way here.
Right, 60 and a 40.
Joe's like, I didn't get pulled over.
60
on
and
time
a
at
40
Avenue.
is so. Like, let's keep that in mind when we watch this video. 60 and a 40, NFL star, $250,000 car, game day in front of Dolphin Stadium.
And by the way, the ticket actually read not radar, visual. So it was like estimation.
It could have been 65. It could have been
50.
55.
Right. Visual.
Okay, so keep this in mind.
This is the actual body cam.
Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Like what? Why do you have it up?
He just said it's Tyreek Hill.
Who said that?
One of the cops.
Oh,
Hey.
did they really?
Yeah, back it up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, you can hear him say as he walks away from the car. Watch. A little before that. Yeah, there. And listen when he walks away.
Like what? Why do you have it up?
Tyreek Hill.
Okay, now hold it. Stop it real quick, John.
Yep.
So now the officer that pulled him over is standing outside Tyreek Hill's window. They know it's Tyreek Hill unless the officer talking to him doesn't realize Tyreek Hill is a superstar, but he should by all indications. He's in front of Dolphin Stadium with a $250,000 car.
But, like, back up and for 1 second, just like Tyreek Hill, like everybody else,
16 to
should
40.
be going the speed limit.
16 to 40. Okay, so if it's an old lady doing 16 to 40, is it going to go? First off, so like everything leading up to this, I think is the fault of the officer. I do. I think you got to be, because what happens gets batshit crazy in a second. Tyreek Hill makes a mistake. Not even a mistake. He acts like an asshole. He shuts the window on the officer. And Tyreek Hill's windows are tinted like black. You can't see inside, which is an officer safety issue, right? So the officer's like, roll down the fucking window.
And
Like,
I think the first thing he said was, don't tap on my window like that.
He said
Right.
that
Yeah.
he was ignorant.
Yeah, don't tap my window like
start
that.
it like that.
No, I agree, Joe.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah.
Like Tyreek Hill, like everything leading up to this, the officer should have known they're dealing with some. I hate to say it, somebody that's special. I hate to say it. This is a fucking player going into the goddamn stadium that they're patrolling. Right. This is obviously a special.
This
situation.
is like the Scheffler situation.
Yes,
Very
John,
similar.
Very
Okay.
similar.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Scotty dealt with it a little differently. Here we go.
Yeah, Scotty did. Window goes shut.
And he rolls up the window.
Keep your window down.
It's an officer safety issue.
Yes.
Hey, keep your window down. Keep your window
Crack-
down.
crack
I'm gonna
down.
get you out of the car.
Crack down.
As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Give me your ass, bro. Get out of the car.
Give me that. We'll break that freaking window.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out.
Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. What part of blood do you understand? Hey, Drew, I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting arrested.
He's talking to the head of security at Miami
I'm
Dolphins.
getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting out, bro. God damn, twin. When we tell you to do something, you do it. You understand?
I'm getting out.
You understand? Not what you want, but what we tell you. Confused.
I'm getting out, bro.
Too late.
Chill,
Too
bro.
late.
All right, bro. Take
Too
me to
late.
jail, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro.
We are. We will.
Good, bro.
It is good.
Hey, Drew, hey,
Don't worry about it. I hung up the phone. You stop crying.
bro. Y'all,
Don't move.
good.
That's
You
pretty
blow my
aggressive.
window like you crazy.
All right, go ahead. John.
All right, so that to me, that's pretty aggressive for a speeding ticket.
16 to 40.
Like, get him out, put him on the hood. Like, put your hands on the hood. If
pull him
you're
out.
pissed,
Pull him out.
But I mean, like, I think throwing him on the ground, putting them in cuffs is really aggressive for a speeding ticket.
You're not wrong, but he was. They also asked him to do things.
Agreed.
And he
was acting like an asshole.
When-
Tariq Hill was acting like a jerk. And it was officer safety issue. I agree. Because you can't shut your tinted black window. You can have a gun.
That was wrong. I agree with that.
You can have a gun pointed right at the officer. and the
Total
officer
officer
wouldn't know.
safety issue.
So you got to roll that fucking window down and stop acting like an asshole. So Tyreek Hill certainly didn't help the situation.
He did not.
But the officer completely overreacted, in my opinion.
And he knew who he was.
I'm a pro-officer guy. I'm like, I want to fall on the side of the police when I see stuff like this. That's where I want to fall, right? How could you justify this bullshit? If I was the mayor of that officer, I would dress that guy down and tell him you're a dummy, man. You're one of the dumbest police officers I've ever met. Because all the indications that led up to this, you should have known you were pulling over the wide receiver. You did know. And you fucking pulled him out, slammed him on the ground, and arrested him.
I don't have any problem with them pulling him out of the car and just say, put your hands on the hood while we figure this out. Like, I think that would have been appropriate.
I agree. I think that's
the
pretty
cuffing
aggressive,
him
but I think they would have still caught shit for that.
I think so, but it would have been a lot different than.
They would have caught shit for it, but it would not have been a fiasco like this.
But
Jill, brother, Hammond
Yes.
police officer, how do you feel?
I mean, this feels excessive. I think you're right, Kevin. But also, just fucking do what the cops ask
Totally
you to
agree with
do.
you. Totally agree.
Both sides are wrong.
I think that's right. And I thought it was actually interesting that, and I was happy to see that Tyreek Hill came out and said, I could have been better. I could have let my window down in that instance. I don't want attention. I don't want to have cameras out, phones on you in that moment. But at the end of the day, I'm human. I've got to follow rules. I've got to do what everyone else would do.
And now,
does that give him the right to literally beat the dog out of me? Absolutely not. But at the end of the day, I wish I could go back and do things a bit differently.
Yeah,
I thought that was.
Dude,
I gave him a lot of respect for doing that.
He didn't write that.
That may be, but
He
I think
didn't
it was
write that.
smart for him to do it.
He didn't write that. His lawyer wrote that for him
or
because he looks like a
firm,
jagoff.
reputational
Sure.
firm.
Yeah, he looks like a jagoff. Man. He looks like a punk.
That's fine, but I think it was at least
Tyreek
he allowed it to go out.
By the way, the officer that pulled over in this, I think, is important to note. The officer that was knocking on the window, the officer that was talking to Tariq, was not the officer that pulled him out and slammed him on the ground. Another officer jumped in, pulled him out, and slammed him on the ground. It was the second officer that did all the dirty work. The first officer sort of just watched it happen.
And I think the one that came and did that might have been the one that said Tyreek Hill on. It's Tyreek Hill. They knew who it was.
Oh yeah,
jagoffs, man.
I think
they make every police officer's job is harder. Like, Jill, they make your brother's job much harder. Because there's people, by the way, Kevin and I see body cam all the time. And if you think that it's limited to NFL players that are acting like assholes when an officer pulls them over, it's not. We just saw one the other day, and it escalated into a real bad situation where people got hurt. And it wasn't the officer that got hurt, and it was completely inappropriate because when an officer comes up to you, if you're disrespectful, it's not going to end. It's not going to end well.
And I think it's just better. And I would say, again, I'm coming from a white perspective here, right? But and I get that culturally there might be a lot of difference between. I am white, very white.
I didn't know that.
There might be a lot of cultural differences regarding the police in different communities, right? So I think it's even. I heard a couple of really interesting guys talk on NFL Network about this, and they were African American. They're like, "Look, my dad was a cop. I instruct my sons in these situations. Just look, we'll deal with it later. Just answer what the police officer wants. Yes, sir. No, sir. Keep your hands up and get out of the situation because you can be in a survival situation in that situation, and you want to get out of it. And I respect that, and I think that's the way to do it. And I think Jill's right. There's enough blame to go around on both sides here.
How about this? Imagine this scenario: Tyreek Hill rolls his window down, keeps his hands on the steering wheel, hands him his license and his registration. He probably doesn't even give a ticket. He probably, because they're like, holy shit, that's the wide receiver.
Right.
He probably doesn't even get a ticket.
He does, and I think he realizes that now.
Well, I don't know if he does. I'll be honest. I think maybe his lawyers and his PR people do because they're the ones that wrote that, Kevin.
Could be.
I think he acted like a punk, and it sucks that it worked out this way, but I think he acted like a total asshole. And
well, hopefully some good will come
so did
out
the
of
cops,
it.
by the way. The cops acted like assholes, too.
Yeah.
And it was a bad look for everybody involved.
I'm glad he got to play. He got a touchdown in the game.
Oh, he did? He went on
Yeah,
the play?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, during his celebration, it was real funny. He acted like he put his hands behind his back, and another Dolphins player
not
came
helping
up.
things.
No
What a
way.
jagoff, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, how could you think that he actually wrote that when he's out there making fun of the cops, basically,
Yeah,
for
I didn't
arresting
like that.
him?
I didn't like that.
He's a punk, dude. He's
And
acting
he's
like an
got
asshole.
he had some issues prior, right?
Yeah,
I'll be
yeah,
honest with
he is
you.
not
Domestic
he is not
abuse.
somebody that's unfamiliar to the
Yeah.
Miami-Dade Police Department.
If I was ever in a position of authority, not mayor, like in justice, or like if I was a judge or prosecutor somehow, and I saw a situation like this, I would never cooperate with anybody that was disrespectful like that to a police officer. You got to have basic rules, man. You got to be like, if you mess with a Hammond police officer, you will suffer the consequences. We'll be irrationally stupid when we're dealing with your case. We'll go to trial on a battery case and make you spend thousands of dollars. Why? Because you touched an officer. You just don't do that shit, right? And if we don't start protecting our officers, I'm already having trouble filling my ranks. And if we don't protect them, we're not going to have anybody who wants to be a police officer because we're raising a bunch of monsters, and these monsters act like assholes to the cops. Who wants to be that cop?
I think if you are in a position like Tyreek Hill is, it's even more important to there's a lot of people that look up to him as fans, as supporters of the Dolphins, of supporters of the Chiefs. And I think you expect more out of people in that position. And I think in that instance, that's where I think Tyreek kind of was not up to where he should be in that situation.
I will never respect that guy, Tyreek Hill. I will never buy anything that he's pitching because he's not cool with cops. And I'm pro cop, period.
Yeah,
Those cops messed up though. Those cops messed up big time. But I'm pro cop, 1,000%. But that doesn't mean cops mess up. I'm pro lawyer, by the way. I happen to be one. But there's a lot of asshole lawyers. Okay, doesn't mean because I'm pro cop that doesn't mean there's not bad cops. There's plenty of bad cops, but I'm still pro cop.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's important to support law enforcement, and because overall, right? The overriding. We're seeing someone put in the chat. These are all the outlier situations, right?
They're the good guys.
There are millions of encounters every day with police officers and citizens that go fine.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we have some outliers, and those are the ones we got to
just like
correct,
teachers.
So.
You like teachers? Of course, I like teachers. Does that mean that every teacher is great? No, there's some creepy ass teachers that do improper things. That doesn't mean that I hate all teachers because there's one bad apple. Right, Jill?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I still love my priest, even though, priests get a bad name.
Yeah, man, for sure priests get a bad name.
There's
All
always outliers.
Let's go ahead and I think we did a good job on that segment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
think
was
Jill-
good. Good job, Jill.
You summarized it perfectly. They both could have handled it differently.
Yeah, everybody, it was a bad look for everybody involved, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Good
let's move on.
job. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah. So we're going to come back and we're talking some Shannon Sharp.
Yes.
This is interesting.
Whoa.
This will next time you're about to
Interesting is a good way to put it.
surf on Facebook or Instagram, turn it off and then immediately have sex, you should listen to this.
I would
next
encourage
story.
everybody to keep an eye on Tom's Instagram account, so when he goes live, we're going to see what he's up to.
If I go live, there's something wrong anyway. So, all right, let's talk some Frankie V's. Frankie V's, good friends. Jeff and Martina, do a great job. They just bought the place within the last
Don't
year.
give Jeff so much credit.
Martina and
give
Jeff.
Martina all the credit.
And
I think we
Jeff.
should give Martina
Martina,
All the credit.
and Jeff's,
All of it.
Jeff's the investor, right?
the
Just
credit.
an investor.
He's the eye candy.
No,
I don't
that
know
is not
about that.
true. That is not true. Martina is definitely the eye candy.
Yes,
By the
for
way,
sure.
like, so Jeff and Martina are standing next to each other, and Kevin's like, Jeff's the eye candy. What the hell is going on?
I just sat next to them at the wedding. I agree with
they were
Tom.
fun.
Jeff was not the eye candy.
No, Jeff does look good though.
He does.
Man, he has
Yeah.
lost so much weight.
He's
I know.
getting,
It's unbelievable. If you look at old pictures of Smitty,
How much? Like 50 pounds?
I think
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
I think
50
at
pounds.
least.
He's like a different person.
Yeah, he's like half of what he used to be.
Yeah. Like when we were going to Notre Dame games back in the day,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Smitty was probably 50, 60 pounds heavier.
Big boy.
Yeah, man. Good
I
job,
want to know
Jeff.
what he
Good
did.
for him.
Yeah. Frankie V's.
It's your secret.
He was not because Frankie V's got good ass food.
Yeah, they
so
do.
I don't know. I don't
It's
know. what
not
he's-
that.
No need to dress up. It's a casual place. Bring the whole family. We have plenty of space. A hidden gem in Hammond. You don't have to drive far. Delicious food, great service, and yes, a full bar. Try our homemade pizza chips, Italian beef, sausage, marina, and more. We have delicious pizza, pasta, and Italian foods galore. Don't go where they don't remember you. It's just not the same. Come to Frankie V's where everybody really knows your name. Visit us today, thefrankieV's.com, for daily specials, full menu, and hours.
Cantrell and Cantrell, attorneys at law. Are you injured or in trouble with the law? Give Cantrell and Cantrell a call and schedule your consultation with someone who's in court and at the jail every day. Call John Cantrell at 219-554-4LAW or visit their website at bettercallcantrell.com. John and his wife, Kristen, make a great team and are waiting to hear from you.
And Johnny Law had a murder trial this week, and his client was found not guilty,
NG for Johnny Law.
which means Johnny
Not
did a
guilty.
good job.
Really good. Congrats, John.
I know people get upset when they hear that, but, there's people improperly charged.
I
all the
talked to
time.
John about this case.
I read about it.
Yeah.
It seemed like John did a good job.
I think he did. I think it was an interesting set of facts where it was the guy's car, but maybe not the guy.
right. So,
Calumet Brewing. Michelob Ultra is a superior light beer brewed for those who understand that it's only worth it if you enjoy it. Containing only 95 calories and 2.6 carbs, Michelob Ultra is a light lager brewed with the perfect balance of hops and wholesome grains, producing a crisp, refreshing finish. With Michelob Ultra, there's no better time to crack open a cold one. Head over to the Cal Brewer Michelob Ultra social media for info on this great family of beers. Enjoy the Michelob Ultra lifestyle with beers and cheers. What are you laughing at responsibly?
Some of the comments in the Shannon Sharp
oh,
video
boy.
are intense, dude.
all right. Well, we'll get there in a second. Tortillas Nuevo Leon is the gold standard Mexican cuisine across the Midwest. Look for Tortillas Nuevo Leon's popular red and white label at your local grocery store and enjoy quality Mexican products made with local expertise.
Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón. Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia, de todo corazón.
Prestmer Insurance Agency. For decades, the Ron J. Prestmer Insurance Agency has been located for... Whoa, wait a minute. For decades, the Ron J. Prestmer Insurance Agency has been located right on Indianapolis Boulevard, serving all your insurance needs. Prestmer Agency specializes in a wide range of insurance products and services, including auto, home, business, life, and much more. Prestmer Agency serves thousands of people and businesses throughout Chicagoland and the Midwest. Call Ron or Ronnie today at 219-844-0103. They're here to protect what matters most to you.
Thank you to
Thanks
our
to our sponsors, including our studio sponsor, Nika, IBEW, powering Indiana Lake County.
Okay, so Shannon Sharp it's tight end day on Lockpod, obviously.
Yeah, it is.
Right? Shannon Sharp's tight end, famous Green Bay Packer tight end.
Denver Broncos.
Denver Bronco and Green Bay Packer, right?
And don't forget, he used Lockpod's theme for his vitamins.
Yes.
and they worked. They
Yes.
worked,
And it worked.
apparently.
Obviously, this guy's got a six-pack he's showing off.
So he has a Lockpod history. This is not the
This
first
guy-
time we've had Shannon Sharp
I'm
on.
very happy with Shannon Sharp, come to think of it. Right?
You
So
like-
this is his second appearance on Lockpod.
Yeah.
First one was when he was stealing our stuff.
Stealing our theme song.
Yes. All right, so what happened with Shannon Sharp?
So Shannon Sharp, who is, by the way, he's really popular on this podcast. I forget what the name of it is actually, but Nightcap podcast is what it's called. And he's kind of like been outspoken. Like if you remember, he also went after, was it Favre? when
Oh, yeah.
on those trouble that he
Oh,
had in
that's
Mississippi.
right.
So
I
he was
forgot
like
about that. And they were
Favre
both
threatened
teammates.
him. Yeah, and he.
That's
Yeah,
right.
so
'Cause
Shannon.
that's his third time on Lock Pod.
Very
We talked about
outspoken.
that on
Right.
the Favre issue.
Yep.
So he criticized Brett Favre for stealing public funds. I'm using stealing in air quotes, okay? I think it's stealing, in my opinion. Public funds that were meant to target the poor,
in
and he
African
directed it
American
to
community. Yeah, and he kind of was
directed
outspoken
it
on
to
that
a volleyball facility that his daughter played on
in
it.
Mississippi. Right. So
Right.
he's been an outspoken guy. He's known as kind of like a character, very chatty. Really like outspoken and and loud, whatever. So in a private moment, Shannon Sharpe accidentally decided to go on Instagram Live.
And he did it while he was having sex.
How
Yes.
old is he?
He's older than me.
I want to say he's probably in his 40s. No.
Really?
He's not older than us.
Okay.
No way.
I was
He's
going
younger
to say
than us?
about the same age, 50s.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, let's take a guess. Let's do this. John, you break it. Okay, so let's all guess right now. I think Shannon Sharpe is, okay, Kevin, you convinced me he's younger than
I'm going
us.
to go 47, 48.
I'm going to say 51.
Okay.
Jill, do you care? Do you know?
What?
I
You're
was
right again.
I was right.
What?
Tom said
I
older.
said 50s.
Tom said older than us.
Okay.
I cannot
I did
believe
say that. How old is he?
56.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
Black
Damn,
girl.
Tom.
correct.
Very good.
Well,
I
no,
cannot-
you convinced me I was
older
wrong,
than
though.
us.
I was not strong on it.
No, that's
He looks
that's
good, dude.
amazing.
He's a year older than me. He's got a six-pack.
He looks a lot better than that. Is a lot
Dude,
better than my
I would totally
stomach.
have sex with him.
Whoa, what?
I'm just kidding. That is not the title of the show.
Yes, it is.
If I were a woman, how about that?
Yes, it is the title of the show. But.
You guys want to hear the little clip of the
Yeah.
moment?
So,
why not?
do you want to back? Do you want to
Rock
like bring it in any more than what
So
we did?
basically, if you're about to have sex and you were just scrolling Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, make sure you don't hit the go live button. That's the moral to this story.
I still don't understand how this happened.
It's weird.
Well, it's interesting. Let's listen to it,
and then we'll talk about what he said after.
yes,
All right.
let's go.
If
We don't
anyone
need to
wants to
listen to
turn
all
it
of
off
it.
now, now's the time.
Yeah, if you got kids in the car, turn it down for 20
8:30 in the
seconds.
morning.
Or you're going to need to have a conversation with them after.
Right. All right, here we go. What we got? Okay.
We get the idea.
Yeah. So
And that's how it looked, right? It was like facing
Yeah, it was
down
like
or
on his
something.
desk. Like,
he
Yeah.
like had it like laying on his bed, so you couldn't see anything. You could hear everything perfectly, obviously, and that lasted for what, 35 seconds or something like that.
90
For-
seconds.
90 seconds.
That's
Good
the
job,
clip on
Shannon.
it. Yeah.
So,
90 seconds. What kind of guy? Like, come on.
well, no, I think he turned it off.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. So he said, this is what he said. Obviously, I'm embarrassed to have one of your most intimate details, the audio heard for the entire world to hear. I'm embarrassed for a number of reasons. There are a lot of people that count on Shannon to be professional at all times, and I always try to be professional at all times, even when I'm behind closed doors. It was 3.2 million Instagram followers that he has. And he said, at first he said it was hacked, and we're trying to figure it out. But then he
No, he
said,
didn't.
yeah, he did. And then he came on, and he said he was disappointed in himself, not for what I did, but for the audio broadcasting publicly. He blamed his lack of technical know-how. He said his business manager contacted him to say viewers of the stream could hear him. Sharp said he inquired further and was told, it sounds like you're having sex, at which point my heart sank. It dropped.
oh my god.
So I just got to tell the truth. My phone wasn't hacked. It wasn't a prank. It was me being a healthy, active male. He's
All
single,
right.
by the way.
I'm gonna throw something out there. This is all fake.
No way.
Okay, I'm just saying that like you have to be aware in situations like this that this could totally be staged. Like that could have been two willing participants who willingly knew that they'd probably go live and it would generate tons of publicity.
Yeah.
The reason
there is the conspiracy theories out there, and
Sure.
I'm part of that because like I think that's totally possible.
I don't think so.
I'm not
Now-
saying it's happened, but I'm saying it's possible.
I'll tell you why. I think that's a very private moment, and also I would say that he has a lot to lose because that would be a huge risk. I would think because he's on ESPN. His career is great right
Didn't
now.
What, you
fire
think he's
him?
going to get fired?
Did they fire him?
They didn't
I thought
because
they did.
because he
Because
said
it was an accident.
Yeah,
But it would be a genius move.
it'd be pretty risky.
It would be a genius move.
I don't think he did. No
So
way.
are you saying that after 90 seconds, his agent or whatever called him?
Yes.
He said his,
I think he was
he
done-
said his other phone started going off like crazy.
Rumor has it after
Oh, his
90
burner
seconds he
phone?
was done anyway. That's rumor. I mean,
Ba-dum.
there's conspiracy theories out there.
It's
to that
long
effect.
over.
He was done for 30 seconds by that time.
It is weird. Like, so you're there scrolling Instagram and then immediately start having sex? That's kind of a weird scenario.
Well,
Yes, it is.
I don't
Like
know.
you're getting worked up while you're watching Instagram,
Right.
and then you
right.
jump in.
Yeah.
Getting all
For all he knows, maybe the Instagram Live could have been on for a while. Or was it?
no.
I don't know. No.
It like jumped right into action. He threw it on the bed. See,
I thought it
like,
was, John, I thought I read something that was 3 minutes.
okay, so like let's play this out. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's say if I were like setting up something and I was trying to create positive publicity for myself to make it appear like it was an accident. First off, he's single, which is nice. It fits nicely with this scenario.
Sure.
You get a willing participant who's also publicity minded. I'm saying if I was conspiracy theory and you're like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make it appear like an accident. And you and I are going to act like we're having the time of our lives, right? You're going to be like, and I'm going to be like, yeah, baby, I'm giving it to you, right? And then you do it for like 90 seconds. And then the entire country is talking about you for like 2 weeks. And they're playing this tape, and Lockpod covers it, ABC News covers it, everybody covers it, and you're a single guy, so like, hey, it's no big deal. I'm just a healthy male exercising, and I get to show you my six-pack, and all this positive stuff is happening. We would have never seen his six-pack if it wasn't for this.
No, I think the six-pack was a different post.
But that's what I'm saying. We didn't see it, but we saw it now because we're listening to this
We're
sex
scrolling
video.
through his stuff, yeah. I don't know.
What's in it for the woman, though?
Nothing, and that's what I mean. I would think that if
Maybe he
she
paid
was,
her.
Maybe he did.
Probably paying her.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
he gave her
that's-
like $100,000 to
Yeah.
shut the hell up and have sex with me.
That's
well,
risky,
That
man.
is risky because
'Cause
that's,
if it-
that's paying for
$100,000
sex. That's,
Well, no,
that's illegal.
Maybe they
But
didn't
like,
have sex.
but like $100,000,
Yeah, they're two
and you're going to
actors.
risk your career if ESPN finds out that you staged it. I think that's I don't see it. I just think his career is too important to him
But
right
you're
now.
risk
He's
averse.
56.
But he could be a risk taker.
Yeah,
You're
obviously.
risk averse.
Obviously,
Kevin
he's a
wouldn't
risk
do it.
taker.
I know Kevin wouldn't do it,
No.
but maybe Shannon Sharp would
Okay,
because he's a risk.
he is.
He's a risk taker.
And think about what that does for the viewers of his podcast. It's like
Oh
it's
my
going to
God,
go through the
dude!
roof.
He could probably
Ad
sell his
revenue.
podcast.
100 million again.
$100
Here we
million
go.
right?
Yeah.
He's probably like, man, if Kelsey's can do this.
Tom's
See-
starting to convince me here.
I'm telling you, man. There's part of me that's total conspiracy freak, especially when it comes to publicity stunts. And this could easily be a stunt.
If this comes out as a stunt, I'm going to be floored.
If
But-
it comes out as a stunt, you guys got to give me
You're on a
total
roll, man.
freaking
I mean,
props.
you've been right about Taylor Swift.
Oh my God, I hope
Wade,
this is a stunt.
You've been right about Shannon Sharp's age today.
I hope
this is the trifecta.
If this is a stunt, I'm like gonna do.
You're a
it.
genius.
We're doing a parade in
It
Hammond.
wouldn't be the first time that Tom predicted something on Lockpod that came true. So.
Yeah, it happens every once in a while. I predict a lot of shit that doesn't come true though.
Do you want to talk about? Oh, sorry, Joe.
No, I was gonna say, when was the last time you did like a Facebook Live or Instagram Live? Because
Never.
there's like fail safes, right? You have to click more than one button
Oh.
to
Let's do it
get
right now.
into it.
Let's do it right now.
Let's
I
do it.
think.
Let me see.
Tom, go live on
And
Instagram.
start moaning.
I know.
Okay, hold on.
All right, everyone go
I
to
don't even
Tom's
know.
Instagram.
All right,
What's
I'm on
your
Instagram.
Tom
It's something rando.
Tom
Okay, you
McDermott
hit the
Jr.
plus.
Like Taylor Swift
You hit the
and
plus.
Tom.
Okay, I just hit the plus.
Taylor
Okay.
Swift lover.
Okay, so like I'm on Instagram
Swiftie.
now. My handle is follow me by the way while you're at it.
Yeah, what is your handle?
it? I don't know. McDermott.
Staged.
This is lame. McDermott.Thomas. Freaking lame.
Wow.
That's terrible.
It's terrible.
Easy
You got
to
to
find
change
you.
that, dude.
I think somebody
Did
made
they
this for
assign
me.
that to you?
Yeah, it's like a prison number. Okay,
gotta
so
turn it
okay,
Thomas,
so this is how you go
69.
live on Instagram. This is good. This is good for you. Go plus.
This is going to prove Tom's point.
Yeah.
You have
uh-huh.
that's one button you have to hit, and then it goes to this next screen, which
Yeah.
is like a. Then
you
you
go
go
live yet?
next,
Yeah.
and then I have to put okay,
Oh, come on.
and then I have to go next.
Oh, come on.
You are crazy.
No, hold it. Did I?
He's
No, I
like,
think I fucked it up.
yeah, I was gonna say like what? Four
Okay.
buttons?
Delete.
No,
drive.
but I know like
Start over.
Because
All
I
right.
just did a
Okay.
Facebook Live a couple days
It's
ago.
multiple.
Do a live of us in the studio.
I know. I don't know how to do this.
Okay,
Let's
what
see.
do you got to do?
This is the problem. Either does Shannon Sharp. He just hit buttons.
What do you do to go live? Next. Sure, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Next thing you know, Tom's gonna have it on live in his car. On the
Yeah,
way
dude,
home.
I'm gonna be like masturbating
Moaning.
on the way home. Like,
Oh my
it's gonna be
God!
like-
Stop! Stop!
He does that a lot while he's driving.
Yeah.
all the time. Like, when I have
Although
my
if he was
windows
live
down,
and that happened, that would be quite a show.
Yeah.
I bet
And
you our
Tom's
next
like,
episode-
finally, we got something on Lockbot. See,
Our next
I did
episode
this
is
for
gonna
you
be
guys.
huge.
Yeah.
Would he last
Or
longer
very
than
small.
90
We
seconds?
don't- Huge or very small. We'll
There's
find
literally only one button on Instagram.
out. Oh. And Tom couldn't
Really?
figure it
You
out.
just
We're
did it?
probably live right now.
Am I live? That would be horrible. So,
That'd be awesome.
all right, guys, let's wrap this show
Wrap
up.
it
But
up.
like, since you guys stuck with us, we're gonna give you a little treat.
Ooh.
This is awesome, like history. You know, I just went to the LBJ library.
Yes.
I'm a big fan, and I knew this was out there, and I ran across it a couple weeks ago, and I saved it for Lockpod. This was LBJ ordering pants from the White House. You know, they taped everything in the White House, which ultimately brought down Richard Nixon, as we all know. But they even record mundane shit like the president ordering pants. So this is LBJ when he's president of the United States calling up his tailor ordering pants.
Interesting thing about this recording, I thought, outside of what President Johnson says, is he's actually talking to a guy named Mr. Hagar from the Hagar brand,
Yeah, it's
which is pretty
crazy.
cool.
All right, so here we go.
Mr. Hager? Yes, this is Joe Hager. Y'all made me some real lightweight slacks, and they're real lightweight. Now, I need about 6 pairs for summer wear. Now, the pockets, when you sit down in the chair, the knife and your money comes out, so I needed at least another inch in the pockets. Now, another thing, the crotch down where your nuts hang is always a little too tight. It's just like riding a wire fence. When I gain a little weight, they cut me under there. So let's see if you can't leave me about an inch from where the zipper ends, round under my back to my bunghole.
Oh
If
my!
you get those to me, I would sure be grateful. Where would you like to send, please? White House.
He was
Wow.
famous for leaving messages for people while he was taking a shit too, and he'd have his people sitting there, and he'd be taking a shit, and they're like taking notes because he's talking to him. while he's
Belching
taking-
in the middle of this.
Well,
I'm like,
that's
what
medieval,
the?
though. That
This
used
guy
to be
is.
the.
That's why I love him. He's such an asshole. So
Wow.
yeah.
Just deliver him to the White House. All
Down
right.
there, I gain a little weight. It's like down there,
Whoa.
it's like riding a wire fence.
Bunghole.
Bunghole. Yeah, you don't hear that out of the president very often.
Wow.
Last time we heard it was 1963
Wow,
when he
it's
made
done.
this. I guarantee you no other president has said bunghole. Thank you guys for listening to Lockpod. We appreciate you. Season 13, episode 4 is in the books. Another
Quattro.
great episode. Thank you to the jet-setting Kevin Smith for showing up this time. I know. You should listen to episode 3. It was great.
I will.
Yeah, I know. We have Wi-Fi on the ground, not in your private jets. So thank you, Joe. Awesome. And thanks for bringing the donuts. No donuts. You notice that?
Wow.
Is the couch donut still in the
Still in
refrigerator?
the fridge.
Oh,
Yes, it's still in the
it's there.
fridge.
We could
It's
eat that over
preserved.
3 days.
It is
Preserved.
preserved.
Thank you, Joe. It's good to see you. Jay Vaz, I'm sorry if I offended you.
You're good.
I'm being more aggressive on Trumper issues. I am. I
like it.
decided until election day.
I love it.
I'm going to, especially if they're ignorant Trumpers and they're coming at me. And John, you're not, by the way. I was just bringing it because it's Lockpod.
Well, I'm the token conservative who's got to defend.
You do a
some
good job.
things,
You
so
do a good job, and you're a good representative for the Trumpers because you're a reasonable person. So,
Thank you.
thank you. All right, thanks everybody for listening. Season 13, episode 4 is in the books. We'll be back on Tuesday with another great episode. We appreciate you, and Lockpod is out.